When you're ready, ring the chime. We'll all charge in together.
People often forget that the general is as brave as he is cunning.
I never thought this would be behind the door.
Remember, it's just a heliobus illusion.
Hey, you over there! Release Lady Bailu!
Ah, don't be a bunch of fun suckers. She doesn't want to let anyone take her away. Luxie, they came here looking for me. It's starting to get dark. Maybe it's time for me to go back now? Huh, Lulu? Didn't we say before that we wouldn't let any grown-ups find us? And never let them take us home? Why? Why did you change your mind? You're right. Grown-ups break their promises, but we don't. That's right. Remember, if you ever get hungry, I can conjure up anything you like. Berry pheasant skewers, star taro bubble tea, you name it. We have it right here. Okay, make some right now. Not yet. Why don't we play a game first? You bad guys over there, okay? You're gonna be in the game too! Lulu, let's make a run for it! If we escape from them, I'll conjure up all of your favorite snacks and drinks! Wow! Then what are we waiting for? Let's go! We're free from the grown-ups! We can play all day, every day!
Wait, stop!
I just want to play a little longer! What's so bad about that? Why do I have to lift the weight grown-ups do? Grown-ups are always say, study now and have fun later. But the grown-ups I see at the Alchemy Commission never have time for fun.
That door over there is the only way out. We'd better close it.
By the Orbiter, they sure know how to run.
That's the power of a heliobus.
Catch your breath before you pass out. Let's try a new strategy. I don't think we can beat them like this. We need to use our heads.
Sushung's gonna use her head? Now we're really done for.
We can't hunt the dragon lady like a wild beast.
Wait, I have an idea. How about we use a little reverse psychology? Instead of chasing Lady Bailu, we get her to come to us.
Are you serious? Does that little dragon girl look like she's gonna come running over to us?
Chasing Bailu around like this reminds me of something I saw back home when I was a child. On my home planet, resources were scarce, And if you wanted to eat meat, you had to risk your life by going deep into the mines to hunt an animal called a sky mink. Sky minks fly so nimbly and are so alert that even the quickest of hands will have a hard time catching them.
Gather round, children.
Ugh, don't interrupt. Hear me out. The sky mink's ecology is unique. It lives in symbiosis with a venomous creature called a shrieking lizard. When a sky mink goes out to feed, it lets the lizard protect its young. So we used to go to sky mink nests to catch shrieking lizards instead. When a shrieking lizard gets caught, it calls to the sky mink with a loud shriek to warn it to return to the nest and protect its young, which of course led the sky mink right to us. I'd hesitate to call it that. Shrieking lizards spew out a potent venom. Many people lost their lives trying to catch a tiny morsel of meat for dinner.
Nice story, but what's it got to do with chasing Lady Bailu?
Ugh, isn't it obvious? If we catch one Bailu, the other will come running to us. I remember one of the judges had a precious item called a Lunambra gourd, which could absorb and imprison Heliobi. Come to think of it, I think that's the thing I smashed. I wonder if they fixed it.
Actually, I have one with me, but it's only effective when the heliobus is close by.
Nice! In that case, you can take the gourd and camp out in a corner. The rest of us will chase Lady Bailu back over here.
If we catch Lady Bailu, will Luxie really follow her into our trap? Do Heliobi really have a sense of loyalty to their victims?
Who knows? Cirrus said that Luxie is kinda childlike. It's worth a try.
Grown-ups always say that life is harder for them! So weird! Weren't grown-ups kids once too? Would you spoil the fun for younger you just because older you isn't happy? Exactly! Why do they always talk about things I don't understand? I just want to have fun! You're lying! I never had playmates! Today I finally found one, and you guys are trying to take them away! Grown-ups are so mean! As soon as they see children having fun, they want to ruin it!
Sure enough, they walked right into our trap.
I was considering letting you join the club and have fun with us. But since you're so determined to spoil everything, I'm afraid we'll have to settle out differences through violence. Yes, violence. The only language you grown-ups know how to speak, right? The one you use when you're telling us off.
Show no mercy.
1,000 wonders to rate minus one! We're in trouble.
You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
Commence cut.
This combat meet. This is double speed.
Follow my chalk. Here, this thunder.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lulu. The grown-ups won. I can't play with you anymore.
Roxy, we said we never go back with the grown-ups. They break their promises, but we can't.
There's nothing I can do about it. Playtime can't go on forever. But we still had lots of fun. Let's play again next time.
There won't be a next time. Hua, you know what to do.
Luxie, how long before the next time we can play together?
We both have many years ahead of us, so in that sense, it won't be long at all. But for now, I have to leave with these grown-ups.
All right. Lady Bailu, it's getting late. You need to go home now.
Everything's so fuzzy. Did I do something bad?
No need to feel bad, Lady Bailu. You were in a dream world. None of it was your fault.
But I made everyone chase after me for so long. I shouldn't have done that.
It's only natural to want to escape when strict rules are being forced on you. I know there are a lot of grown-ups trying to control you, telling you what you can and can't do. They're the ones to blame.
I was ready to apologize to everyone, but now you made me forget what I wanted to say.
Apologize for what? You know, you and me have a lot in common. I'm almost a grown-up now, but I still miss my childhood days and running about barefoot. My big brother used to boss me around. He'd give me chores, constantly telling me to grow up, that kind of thing. Then one day, I decided to rebel. I ran away to prove that I could get by without my family, and eventually settled on the Xianzhou. Whether it's a dragon lady like you, or an ordinary person like me, I feel like many people's lives follow a similar trajectory. One day, you'll have the strength to leave your current situation and move on to the next phase. In the meantime, I suggest you try and cherish the good rather than apologize for the bad.
All right. I don't want everyone to feel too sorry for me. Hey, did you ever think about joining the Alchemy Commission as a psychotherapist?
Jeez, and there I was, pouring my heart out. Now I feel like this kid's lived longer than I have.
Can we not linger around here too long? This place is really spooky. Maybe we can chat somewhere else.
Truth be told, Luxie didn't seem as evil as the other Heliobi we've seen.
They sure made us run, though. If I ever have to run like that again on the job, I'm filing for workers' comp. Heliobi don't really fall under good or evil. They just act according to their desires and emotions. I hope the others will be just as easy to subdue.
I should go surrender myself to those two medics. They were looking so hard to find me.
Wait!
Huh? What is it?
We're going to make a post about this paranormal incident online to attract more followers. It'll help us get more intel.
Oh, I get it. You can't just tell the public that the Dragon Lady was possessed by a heliobus, right? So, you won't mention my name, right? And we'll make up a headline?
That's right! We want to report this incident like it's a paranormal phenomenon. The more exaggerated, the better. And then announce that it was solved by our ghost hunting squad. Then we add on a few photos and videos. It'll be sure to get lots of views.
That's great and all, but I'm not good at making stuff up on the spot.
I heard that you helped Mr. CN write stories before. You must be an expert wordsmith. It's all a team effort. Come on, help me think of something.
Peace. Peace is above all things.
Sounds good. Let's have a think about it. I say that's a good title. What does everyone think? Alrighty then, it's decided. You should go back soon, Lady Bailu. Those two medics have had a rough day.
Okay, I'm going back now. Thanks for the rescue.
Case closed. I never knew catching Heliobi would require so much work.
We're not done yet. Madame Hanya said that once we've subdued a heliobus, we should return to Fixtural Garden and lock them inside the evil binding matrix's suppression towers. Peace. Peace is above all things.
It's over. Now I can finally get some rest.
But there are still lots of Heliobi roaming around out there. Oh, we can't rest for too long.
I couldn't agree more. I'd rather focus on resting first. I need to wait for my heart rate to recover before I go chasing another heliobus.
Peace. Peace is above all things.
places to be, I'm your best guide.
Oh, thanks.
Welcome. Customers?
Show no mercy.
You took the bait.
Conflict is pitiless.
Peace. Peace is above all things. Hmm? Hmm?
Peace. Peace is above all things.
Show no mercy.
1,000 wonders to -1!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed.
A foregone conflict is pitiless.
What's in your prescription?
1,000 thanks.
Welcome, Kaka. Yes! Can I have fun? Time for a buzz. Help me!
Here is thunder. Show no mercy.
Yeah!
Everything is... Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Oh, let's see.
We have the...
Stand.
No, don't!
What's in your prescription?
Scared yet?
Tedious. Blade of moonlight, all will be revealed. In lunar flame.
Commencing support. Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Let me tend your wound.
Blade fodder.
Let's be friends. Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Unworthy.
You don't look so good. What's in your prescription?
Stand. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Thousand wonders. Fight is one. We have the upper hand.
Try-hop.
Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Unworthy. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
1,000 wonders. Fight is one.
Blade fodder.
Welcome, customer. Commencing support.
Let me tend your wound.
We ready for another? Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. You're in trouble now.
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
1,000 wonders. Fight is one.
Immortality means forever.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
A miracle.
What's in your prescription?
Save it for your own
Let's be
skin.
friends. We have the upper hand.
Ready for death. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
You bully!
Welcome.
Secret of the saints.
Dream is not over!
I won't
same mistake twice.
Stand down.
Let's be friends. Yeah! Minus one!
Merciful Medicus!
Commencing support. Enemy data seek netmarkers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Tedious. Later moonlight, all will be revealed. In lunar flame.
We're in trouble now.
This combat. This is double speed.
Show no mercy.
1,000 wonders. Minus one!
Time for a fun.
Help me!
Conflict is pitiless.
Get over here!
Can I have...
Opponent damage. Threat raised. Suppress.
What's in your prescription?
1,000 thanks.
This combat needs... This is double speed.
Welcome, Captain.
Too long time.
Dream is not over!
It's good to be back in the field.
See the doctor? Vitamin!
1,000 thanks.
You took the bait. Time for a fun.
Follow my here. This thunder.
Damage.
Let's be friends.
Threat raised. Threat raised. Threat raised.
Show no mercy.
1,000 wonders. Minus one!
Suppress.
Time for a fun. This is double speed.
Threat raised.
To trouble.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Damage. Threat raised. We will recover.
Cool it.
I commend. Show no mercy.
1,000 wonders. Minus one! we're in trouble.
Trifling.
Time for a buzz.
This is double speed.
Commencing research.
Component
A foregone. Here, this thunder.
Welcome to
Direct raise. Component damage. Direct raise.
to travel.
Show no mercy. Thousand thanks. Conflict is pitiless.
Let's be friends. Can I have fun with
Direct raise. Component damage. Suppress.
Here, try this.
Thousand thanks. Here, this thunder.
Unscathed.
This combat me.
This is double speed. Unscathed. Wheel come. Subdue.
1,000 wonders. Fight is fun.
Show no mercy. A foregone.
Component damage.
A few games at a time.
We're in trouble. 1,000 wonders. -1! Time for a buzz. Commence.
Conflict is pitiless. Show no mercy.
Seize the moment.
Hear this thunder. Was that it?
Time for a fun.
This is double speed.
To travel.
Better late than never. Yeah! I think something bit me. 1,000 wonders. Fight is fun!
Show no mercy.
Deep breath. Better late than never.
Here is thunder. Battles are chess games. No two are alike.
Hello. Let's get started with today's operations.
The Ten Lords Commission Special Operations Team for the Heliobus Containment Breach Incident, aka the Ghost Hunting Squad, is ready for action! Yeah!
Yeah.
Huh?
Looks like we're the only ones in good spirits today.
I'm sleepy. Oh, little Gwei, what kind of magical elixir did you take to make you so energetic?
Every time I see our follower count increase, I get so excited I can't even sleep! It works better than any kind of tea or coffee.
Well, aren't you lucky? As soon as I closed my eyes, I dreamt of endless running and circling and chasing after Lady Bailu. It was even more exhausting than doing it in real life.
Sushong, you slept for an entire day.
Catching ghosts is a night job. It only makes sense to sleep during the day. Yeah, I have an idea. How about we all just pretend that I've been possessed by a sleep ghost? Let me sleep for another 10 hours, and then call it a day's work.
A certain celestial jade-playing divination commission employee, perhaps?
Divination Commission? Celestial Jade? Shouldn't they be doing divinations?
It's this girl. Here, look at this post.
Hi, take my job seriously. I'd never post something like late as usual on a public forum.
Miss Sushong, I think you missed the interesting part. The description in this comment is really suspicious. It definitely sounds like Heliobi activity to me. And if Heliobi have managed to infiltrate the Divination Commission, that spells big trouble for the Luofu.
You're right. Maybe we should contact Miss Qingchue and warn her not to go to work today.
That's a good idea. We should send out a message, or people's curiosity will get the better of them.
Notification sent. I guess now we should go to the Divination Commission and see what's going on.
But let's talk to Cirrus again first.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, and full of worldly strife. I commend you.
So, you imprisoned Luxie in the Matrix. And I heard the cries of other Heliobi longing to break free. That would seem the Ten Lords Commission has everything under control. What is it you want from me? One victory equals one question. Don't forget the agreement you made with the General. Don't be so sure of victory before the battle begins, young one. Without Tail to protect you, isn't subduing a Heliobus a bit overwhelming for you? You know, if you can accept me with an open heart, I can take his place and help you. If you were, you'd have devoured us without hesitation. Am I right, Cirrus? Then have it your way. I'll destroy Qing Yuan's pawns here and now! Don't let your previous victory go to your heads. The slightest misstep will be your undoing. Let's see how you perform without the General here to watch your back. I will never rest. Your mortal bodies will fatigue and breathe their last breath. Then I will endure.
This is gonna be
A foregone.
Here is thunder!
Show no mercy.
We did it! Ask your question. We think the Divination Commission has been infiltrated by Heliobus, but we don't know which one. Entering the Xianzhou's window to the future, it must be none other than Kiraloom. They always relished hounding your prophets and seers with questions of destiny. watching them flounder between the random and the preordained. Little more than analogies and illusions. But we, the shapeless, are different. When we come together to harmonize and observe, destiny is clear and vivid as firelight cast into darkness. Ugh, in warfare, nothing is more important than being able to predict your opponent's movements. Among the fragments of Ignimar, Carolum was in charge of knowing the past and predicting the future. It is said that during that fateful battle...
It looks like we have a clear target this time. Let's get going.
I may not have the same predictive power as Carolum, little fox girl. But one thing I do know is that sooner or later you will beg for my help.
Huh.
Time will tell. Oh, you're here. Is that a 10 Lords Commission, Judge? Something's amiss in the Divination Commission. Everyone is mumbling to themselves. Is this some workforce overhaul? Did I set a bad example?
I'm afraid not, Miss Jingtre. Something unexpected happened. I'm just not sure how to explain it.
The Divination Commission may have been infiltrated by some unknown creature. If you rush in, you could become a target too.
Miss Sushang, we're supposed to be operating in secret.
I want Qingque to have an idea of the gravity of the situation.
I suppose Miss Jingtre should be safe enough. The one we're chasing probably has a more, complicated target.
That sounds like a compliment, but at the same time... I'll just take it as a compliment.
In that case, Miss Jingtre, could you stand guard here for us while we investigate?
It doesn't seem like a good idea to just stand here under such dangerous circumstances, does it?
I mean, you could leave, but... wait, are you thinking of coming with us? Didn't you see how bad the situation was?
Yeah, I've seen it all right. But if I leave now, won't that count as an authorized absence? I can get away with slacking off, but the Master Diviner won't tolerate complete abandonment of my post. Besides, you guys need someone familiar with the Divination Commission to show you the way, right? Then let's go. What's going on?
Stay close to me, okay? I'm a little scared.
What are they looking at?
Is everyone okay?
There's only one way. Divination is meaningless.
How did the Matrix of Prescience become like this?
Look, Diviner Fu is standing at the center of the Matrix of Prescience. What is she doing?
Judging by her chanting, I think she's performing navigation calculations. Or divining. But something's not right. The Matrix of Prescience isn't moving at all. A heliobus? Is that the danger you were talking about? I read about them in a book. Starfire essence that can transform itself. Enjoys manipulating the dreams and desires of mortals. You mean the Master Diviner is being controlled by something like that? How can we snap her out of it?
We could try ringing the harmonic chime. If we're close enough, we should be able to enter the heliobus's illusion.
Silence! Idle chatter is not permitted in the Divination Commission.
It doesn't matter what you call me. I am the master of the Divination Commission. The current divination has reached a delicate stage, and no one is permitted to disturb it. Not even a judge of the Ten Lords Commission or a guest from the Astral Express. Qingchui, I have grown weary of your insubordination. Are you the one who brought these outsiders into the commission? Have you turned a deaf ear to all the rules I've laid down? Qingchui, you are hereby expelled from the commission.
That's... Darn, now we're down one person.
A great idea! My days here really have been unproductive, loafing around outside and playing Celestial Jade, all while taking a Divination Commission salary. It's... how to put it? Not exactly. I do complete all my assigned work on time. I would call it... wasting my life away. Thank you, Master Diviner, for giving me the push I needed. Since you feel that my skills could be put to better use elsewhere, it's time for me to think about making some changes. But before I leave, I have to help these guests take care of some trouble here at the Commission. If I don't, people will think I was fired because of cowardice in the face of danger. What next? What do we do now? Giving a dramatic speech to my boss was cool and everything, but it's not gonna help her break free from the heliobus clouding her mind.
I'm not sure what to do. The heliobus isn't trying to trap us inside the illusion, and it doesn't look interested in attacking us either.
Clouding my mind? I've never been of clearer mind than I am right now. From now on, I will dedicate myself to defining the predetermined futures of the Xianzhou Alliance, and will make these futures known to the world so that all can live in clarity. I know what you want to say. Spare me the lecture on human wisdom prevailing over nature and those ridiculous notions of free will. These are but crude illusions created by the brain. From the beginning, there was only one path. You are nothing more than a pawn at the mercy of the Stellaron hunters. What day you boarded the Express, who your enemies are, where you go. These choices that you think you make freely of your own accord are mere tributaries that will eventually converge on the path of destiny. Your journey to the Xianzhou, the defeat of Phantilia, all these were written into a script long ago by that slave to destiny, hidden in the shadows. Even in this very moment, your options are few. Ready your bat and charge at me. Argue with me loudly and futilely, or fall into silence.
Don't let her words get to you. There are always other options.
Come back to me when you've thought it through. Such trivial choices cannot change the inevitable. If you are still not convinced, I can demonstrate to you the true nature of destiny in a way that your human brain can comprehend. Then follow.
What is this? This place is what the Divination Commission calls the Pathfinder. It's a sandbox game that diviners use to simulate future paths and exercise our minds. But why did the Master Diviner bring us here?
That's right. Now listen. If you place an ingenium in this little maze and give it a command, it will find its way to the exit precisely as it was commanded to do so. Are humans not the same as they navigate the path of destiny set before them? But you're probably thinking, humans are not machines. There is more than one path in the universe. And yet, machines we are. Complex, sophisticated, but machines. We are just like the ingenium in this maze. We have no options to speak of. We can only navigate one path. The one that takes us to our destination. Let's begin. Lead the ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you.
It feels like we're dancing to the Heliobus's tune.
Let's begin. Lead the ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you.
Smooth sail.
We did it!
Well done. Your choices are as the Omnicia foresaw them. You should know that there was only one answer to this puzzle from the beginning, just as destiny has only one path.
Yes, for a puzzle that was designed from the start, choosing any other path would be a pointless mistake. But the universe isn't someone's game, and no one is designing puzzles for us to solve. The universe doesn't have a single answer. We can do anything we want while we're in it. Even if it's the same work every day, I can hide in the library and read a book, or find someone to play Celestial Jade with. And that's freedom.
I never thought slacking off could convince me of anything. Sign of a true scholar. A diviner of the Divination Commission, after all.
Ugh! Sushang, snap out of it! A slacker heliobus is getting into your head.
Qingque. For you, life may have a seemingly infinite number of choices. That is because your choices are simply different ways of slacking off and wasting time. They are of no consequence to anything. But for me, choices come with very real consequences. That's the most divinery thing you've said so far. As the Master Diviner of the Luofu, I have a heavy responsibility. I must comb through the complex threads of destiny day after day, all for the preservation of this giant ship. Some paths look promising, but lead to an abyss of despair. Then there are small trails that plunge deep into unimaginable darkness. And in the end, I realize that we have no real choices. There is only one path to follow, only one way to the optimal solution, even if it is paved with ashes and bitterness. There is only one way, and there only ever was.
What do we do? I don't think we can persuade her.
I have a proposal. Why don't we try a more advanced sandbox? However long you want to play this game, and whatever tricks you try to pull, I'll happily play along.
Miss Qingque?
Use your free will to guide the Ingenium out of the sandbox. Let's begin. Lead the Ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you.
Oh, thanks.
The path changed slightly, but it was just as simple. I'm sure the Master Diviner would say. Destiny only has one path. Your choices are just a predetermined solution to the puzzle. Actually, I don't think I agree. Master Diviner, let's reset the sandbox and give it another go, shall we? Again? Do it all over again exactly as it was? You can try it 1,000,000 times over, and 1,000,000 times over it is doomed to the same fate, because there is only one path. I see what you're thinking, Qingque. You're an interesting one.
Qingque, I've been thinking through the calculations for this puzzle. There really is only one solution.
This maze was designed by Caroloom. It's no use. There aren't any other solutions. As long as we're playing this so-called game of destiny, we can't win.
No, there's a second choice. There will always be another choice.
Miss Trailblazer, quick, say something to persuade her.
Ready to begin? Of course there's another solution to this sandbox. Listen to my idea. You're all gonna help, right?
Miss Qingque, I don't know how you're planning to solve the puzzle, but I'll support this squad to the end.
Count me in. I'm sure Miss Qingque has something up her sleeve. If we can help, I'm in.
I only need 2 people for my plan to work. You go stand in the sandbox. Right about that spot over there. Next, Judge Huohuo, you stand on the other side of the room. And stop shaking. Yeah. All right, we're ready. And now, the second path appears. Let's begin. Lead the Ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you.
Oh, thanks.
This is the other solution. The alternative choice. I created a new solution. Master Diviner, you're not the only one who can design a puzzle. And I don't tread the path of destiny alone. You think that by calling on your companions for help, you created a new path out of thin air? You're just playing with semantics. I could weave 1,000 routes for you, but they lead to the same destination. So what significance is there in having a choice? Creatures like you don't understand humans. The universe is like jade tiles on a game table. When the tiles are shuffled, the outcome is already predetermined. Which tiles can be played, which tiles are left over, what kind of hand the person next to you is trying to make. All of these can be determined through calculations. But if everything is just a calculation, the game loses its flavor. Randomness and adaptability, ambushing your opponent, twists and turns, the balance of the elements. It's a mix of calculations, unknowns, and loss of complete control that makes Celestial Jade the kind of game it is. And those are the same things that give life its color and vibrance. Do my choices at the game table mean nothing if I have a sure loss in front of me? No! The choices are what make the game meaningful in the first place. Even if I lose, I'll still make choices to lighten the loss. Just like the Master Diviner is making choices for her own agenda. You were right when you said that as Master Diviner, You must comb through the complex threads of destiny day after day, all for the preservation of this giant ship. In this vast universe, a game where there are only losers, our Master Diviner is making endless choices, fighting against the odds just so the Lawfu can travel safely for another day. In my book, she's the best player there is. Why would someone as talented as the Master Diviner go through the trouble of making endless choices if the end result is predetermined? Heliobus, you cannot fathom the joys of humanity. You are imprisoned by the illusion of destiny, unable to free yourself. And you want everyone who peeks into the future to suffer the same pain as you. You don't understand humans at all.
Don't let them trick you, Fuxuan! Don't push me away! Don't let her word fool you!
Kiriloom, release the Master Diviner!
I see through your trickery! I see through every bit of it! I'm going to lose! Victory is beyond my reach! Why? Why is there no alternative? Everything in this universe is predetermined. No, I have no path to victory.
Show no mercy.
To travel!
Is that it?
Can I have specimen sighted? Here, try this!
1,000 thanks. Follow my choice. Conflict is pitiless.
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Seize them. Yeah! Commence.
Here is thunder.
Master Diviner! Are you alright? I'm fine. Just a small headache, nothing more.
It's normal to experience some discomfort after being possessed by a heliobus, but nothing a few medicinal pellets can't take care of.
Is that Kiriloom? They may not be the most powerful fragment, but becoming entangled in their illusion can lead to endless despair.
Hurry! Just hurry up and seal me in the darkness. I've foreseen what happens next. You're going to imprison me.
Xingque, thanks to you, the Divination Commission is safe again. No need to thank me, Master Diviner. By the way, while you were possessed, you fired me from the Commission. So... that counts, right? I'll have to ask you to give me written notice that my contract's been unilaterally terminated. Then, with all the years I've spent in the Divination Commission, I'll be able to get a great severance package. And I already planned what to do with all the money. I'm gonna open a gaming parlor, hire a couple of workers to run it, and spend the rest of my days living off the profits. I'll have started a new life without having lifted a finger.
Are there two Xingques?
I see. What a pity. I don't recall anything I may or may not have said while possessed by the Heliobus. In any case, Xingque, why are you still here? Shouldn't you be on duty back at the repository?
Huh? Master Diviner, you can't back out now!
Of course I can. After all, there are always choices in life. You taught me that. I can't convince real you, let alone possessed you. Master Diviner, you should get some rest. I'm gonna go take a get back to work. My actions today brought great shame on the Divination Commission. Yes, all is well, minus my headache.
Heliobi are good at finding people's weaknesses and exploiting them. Everyone has some kind of weakness. You're not to blame.
That's right. You were just a victim of the Heliobus's trickery, Diviner Fu. No need to blame yourself.
I must express my sincere gratitude to all of you for your help. Apologies, but the Divination Commission is in disarray at the moment. I must return and set things in order. I'm afraid I cannot see you off in person.
Wait! There's something we need to ask you.
What is it? I agree that the Master Diviner gets possessed wouldn't make for a good headline. I don't care how you spin the story, so long as you leave my name and identity out of it. I have many things to attend to. Please allow me to save my thanks for another day.
We won't delay you any longer. We need to go to Fictional Garden and seal Carolum away.
Good morning! Is work going well today, Master Diviner? I am extremely busy of late. If you have something to ask of me, do not delay. You were about to say something along the lines of, how did you know I wanted to ask something? But then you remembered who you were talking to and decided not to bother, correct? Of course. I run a dozen hexagrams before I even get around to breakfast. The results are never far wrong. Today's divinations threw up some unexpected complications. The hexagrammatic position was facilitating between the water and heaven trigrams. The matrix of prescience gave the following interpretation. You will have 3 uninvited guests. This is ultimately auspicious.
Ultimately auspicious? Wow, sounds pretty good to me. Seems like we really were destined to meet today then. You know, I see you've been using the Matrix of Prescience to divine into Kafka's past. Well, I have a similar request.
I see. You wish to use the Matrix to relive the past and awaken parts of your memory? Viable in principle, but whether the Matrix is truly capable of achieving this result remains to be seen.
I knew it. Things are never simple, are they?
Kafka's situation was different. I feel I must explain in detail the principles behind the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon to avoid any misunderstandings. The Matrix of Prescience does not allow one to remember anything. It merely collects data in order to infer past events, in the same way that future events are inferred. Just as Realm-Keeping Commission officers collect forensic evidence to recreate the scene of a crime, there are materials from which we can infer the past. These may be items related to the experience, or memories of the people involved. Miss March's predicament is very different from Kafka's situation, because she doesn't remember what happened in her past. I am no medical professional, but fortunately I'm very fond of reading. We understand that there are two types of memory loss. One where the memories remain dormant, floating around in the unconsciousness unable to be awakened, and another that involves direct erasure of memories from the brain.
Something must have happened when I was frozen in the ice. I bet the memories were freezing and decided to hibernate.
Why don't we try using the Matrix of Prescience to determine which situation pertains to Miss March? Let's begin then by preparing the requisite inference materials. Miss March, your memory is unreliable. To guarantee the Matrix's accuracy, you'll have to provide something related to your past experience. Anything will do. When you're ready, come and find me in the Matrix core.
The diviner said I need to provide something from my past experiences. What should it be? How about a Xianzhou souvenir?
Xianzhou people.
Hey, we're Heliobot, not ghosts.
It seems that your operations have met with some success. I've been browsing through some of the stories on Ghostly Grove myself. They make for good reading. As the saying goes, serious divination concerns serious matters. It is inevitable that someone performing divination day in and day out for the Xianzhou would acquire inner demons, and Heliobus can take advantage of those. Fortunately, with your help, Fu Shren prevailed over her intruder. Do you enjoy listening to storytellers and watching immersion? In both cases, tales have a predetermined ending. But you shouldn't let that stop you from enjoying them, should you? The same is true of life. Whether the end is predestined or not, it's worth living. Very well then. Miss Hanya is waiting for you by the suppression towers.
Hey, we're Heliobi.
In order to catch Heliobi on the run,
This'll get a good price. There's always...
On behalf of the Ten Lords Commission, I commend you for your great service in resolving the Divination Commission crisis. I will honor all of you before the Ten Lords.
Thanks, Madam Hanya. But, we really couldn't have defeated Carolyn without Miss Chingtray's help.
I didn't realize that one as skilled as Diviner Fu would also be susceptible to the power of the Heliobi. That said, I can understand her plight. After all, we're all moving forward on our own unseen paths in no uncertain terms. Judges are instructed by the Ten Lords to carry out their orders, but no one ever explains their meaning to us. Just like the Master Diviner, no matter what cruel and horrible paths she foresaw, as long as it benefited the Luofu, she had to make a choice. Those choices may be correct and far-sighted, but we are, after all, flesh and blood, and we cannot help but agonize over the process of making them.
Madam Hanya?
I apologize. I was getting carried away. I think all the paperwork must have worn down my mental acuity. Today's business is finished. Please get some good rest.
Right. Let's call it a day. And you too, Judge Hanya. Don't work yourself to death.
It's finally time to get back to bed. Goodbye, everyone.
Sure.
Time for... Show no mercy.
You took the bait?
Follow my charge.
Conflict is pitiless. A few games of chess will while away the time. Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, and full of wood.
don't think searching like this is the best way.
Diner haunted. evil spirit breaks into a restaurant and eats double its body weight in food. Oh, do you think Tail did this? Seems like his style.
Sounds like a very hungry criminal came up with a very poor excuse.
What about this one? Paranormal activity reported at exclusive horror immersia. Guests experience haunting within 7 days of screening. It reminds me of when I used to watch horror immersia to train my courage. Whenever there was a suspenseful moment, Tail would jump up and scare me.
Guys, I feel like this is just some sort of prank, or a marketing stunt to boost ticket sales. Huahua has been browsing Ghostly Grove for hours. Every time she finds a suspicious incident, she says, "Do you think Tail did this?" Problem is, any suspicious incident could be Tail-related when you think about it.
I feel like Tail is still around. Oh, but if so, why didn't he come back to see me?
He was your Tail for so many years. I'm sure he'd come back to say hi. Or bye.
Anyway, even if you don't find Tail, you're still a great judge. The success of our ghost hunting squad proves it.
Thank you, Miss Gui. I don't really get compliments. Without the encouragement of you squad members, Working with you guys has made me feel a little more confident. Oh, but it's hard not to think about the days when Tail was still around. Back then, I was a useless coward. I'd hide at the first sign of trouble. Tail would always complain about it, but he'd also get me out of danger.
Reminds me of me and my brother. Sort of a love-hate relationship.
Hey, look at this!
Did you find Tail?
Hey, look at this!
Is this something Tail would do?
Tail or no tail, it's definitely the work of a heliobus.
Let's hurry up and get to the scene. There'll be trouble to pay if we're too late.
Be careful, everyone. This sounds like a very aggressive heliobus.
Hey, calm down!
I just learned a new technique. I'll use it to end your life.
Unauthorized personnel should keep their distance. It's dangerous here.
Actually, we're not really unauthorized, are we, Judge?
Is that Sushang? And a judge? Why are the Ten Lords commissioned here?
It's a very long story, so let's deal with the problem at hand first.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, the Ten Lords Commission will handle this. Thank you for your cooperation.
Understood. Please, take mercy on him.
Don't worry, this sort of thing is our specialty.
See how you like this?
1,000 wonders, and fight as one!
Judge Huahua, is he all right?
His life isn't in danger, but his hands and feet are spasming, and his speech is incoherent. I think he's experiencing a delusion that he can't snap out of.
I feel like I've been drained of my strength.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, are you okay? Can you answer a few questions for me? Do you remember what happened to you?
I think so. Let me think for a moment. I received a report today about an infestation of abominations here at the Alchemy Commission. The captain sent me to clear it out. What happened after that was like a dream? I can't explain it. My weapon suddenly started talking to me. It taught me fighting techniques, which moves to avoid, which moves to use, which stances to adopt to retain balance. Then it told me to relax and let it take control against the enemy.
That sounds just like a Heliobus.
I followed its instructions. To my surprise, it felt like my combat skills had greatly improved. Still, it told me I was incompetent, like a piece of rotten wood. It wanted to find a new apprentice to carry forward the art. It was only then that I realized there was a sword-wielding child beside me, staring right at me.
Lots of children grow up learning to use a sword on the Luofu, but for a child to be walking around with one...
I sure hope we're not thinking of the same person.
I realized the boy was the general's retainer, Yanqing.
I knew it.
When I heard my sword say the name, I was in disbelief. And then, for some reason, I just attacked Yanqing.
Are you all right? You should be asking the Cloud Knight.
What happened next was even more outlandish. Yanqing looked like he was talking to the sword in his hand. He turned around and left without looking back. And my weapon never spoke again.
Not good.
I'll take care of the Cloud Knight. You go after Yanqing.
It's Yanqing's sword. I heard that Yanqing's sword is a famous weapon crafted by the Artisanship Commission. It resonates with its master, reacting to his movements in battle like it has a mind of its own. He must have encountered some kind of danger, and his sword flew away to find someone to help, right?
Danger? Miss Ushang, don't scare me like that! What kind of evil would be strong enough to pose a threat to Yanqing?
I'm not sure, but the Heliobi are strange creatures. Even the sharpest sword can't cut them.
Uh-oh. I just had a thought.
If it's not auspicious, you'd best not say it out loud.
Based on what that Cloud Knight said, it isn't that Yanqing's in danger.
Exactly. Follow the sword. Sword. No matter what, we have to find Yanqing before things get even worse.
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, and full of worldly strife.
We've got to catch up with him.
This is the dock for
Should we really be charging over there? Even without a heliobus, Yanqing is a swordsmaster among swordsmasters. Are you scared, Sushang? Me too. Compared to the other heliobi we've dealt with so far, this one seems like it could do some serious damage. Scared? My mother taught me swordplay as soon as I could walk. I might not be as good as the General's apprentice, but I would never let cowardice dishonor the name of the Cloud Knights or the family sword. But I am worried. If the heliobus possessing Yanqing is too strong, I'm afraid I might not be able to guarantee everyone's safety.
The General has been supporting our ghost hunting squad from the very beginning. It's time to return the favor. Even if it wasn't for the General's sake, as a judge, I can't let a heliobus take over someone as dangerous as Yanqing. Sushang, Miss Gui, Miss Trailblazer, please help me rescue him. Yanqing is at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go. Yanqing is at Dragon Prayer.
I commend.
Cool it. A little something for everyone.
What are all these swords doing in Dragon Prayer Terrace?
It must be a heliobus illusion. Shouldn't we ring the harmonic chime and see if we can talk to Yanqing inside the illusion?
Illusion? Since each of you can see it, wouldn't that mean you'd fallen into the illusion as well? Don't be alarmed. To me, this sword formation is a precious arsenal. When I gaze upon any one, 1,000 sword fights dance before my eyes. The swordplay far exceeding anything I have learned. And better yet, they welcome those who wish to pursue higher realms with open arms. know that this is an illusion created by a heliobus. The General sent me to assist the Ten Lords Commission. I know a thing or two about your work. These cosmic flames are not good nor evil. They are simply a mirror. As long as a host's mind is clear, a heliobus cannot control them. Take me, for example. At this moment, I am free of all distractions. And I see the potential for greatness in these swords. Isn't that right, Master Apira?
Apira? That heliobus's name is Apira?
Correct. Master Apira promised to show me the flaws in my swordplay, and had to take it to the next level. That's why I brought them to Dragon Prayer Terrace, where I suffered my most serious setback.
Young one, with me, everything will be different. Whether it be Imbibitor Lunae, the Stellaron Hunters, or that woman, your accomplishments will exceed them. You will be matchless, without limits.
Matchless without limits. You're just in time. The swords have taught me something already. I'd like to see how sharp my skills have become. My skills are lacking. I've been through countless defeats. But with the Pyra as my master, no longer.
I commend.
My skills are lacking. I've been through countless defeats. But with the Pyra as my master, no longer.
Why is he attacking us? Time for a fun.
Follow my charge.
Here is thunder.
Come get me.
More enemy. Time for a fun.
There's no time to lose.
Conflict is pitiless.
This combat needs up. This is double speed.
Show no mercy. Is that it?
What's in your prescription?
1,000 thanks.
Let's be friends. Yeah! Let me tend your wound.
A sword fight must be fought with sincerity of heart and mind. Give it your all.
Lieutenant Yanqing, snap out of it! We don't want to fight you!
But I want to fight you, and we're just getting started. Cut through the ranks. Their skills are nothing compared to mine. What can I learn from any of them?
Then, why not hack them down right here?
Hack them down? I thought we were just sparring.
The laws of the battlefield are no different from the laws of the universe. Life for victory, and death for defeat. Swordsmanship is the art of victory. And only the victorious swords can be passed on. Swords defeated are buried among the barren wastelands.
But...
You're resisting me? Rid yourself of these needless notions of clemency. How can you move forward without casting these distractions aside? Raise your sword.
Light for victory and death for defeat, huh? All this talk of laws of the battlefield and the universe. You think that gives the appearance of a Grand Master? You're just using someone else's ambition to satisfy your own desire to shed blood. This Xuanyuan sword in my hand has been passed down through my family for generations. When my mother gave it to me, she said, the bread may bake, but the hearth remains. And for a long time, I had no idea what she was talking about. Today, I just realized I misheard her. I think she actually said, the edge may break, but the heart remains. Probably. The Lieutenant Yinqing, the winner and loser of this battle, have yet to be determined. Don't give me that there is no point in fighting any longer speech.
This little wench's fighting spirit is on fire. Young one, since she insists on fighting, will you give her our answer?
I won't back down!
Miss Sushang, you... This is between fellow Cloud Knights. Losing a fight isn't a big deal, but if I abandon my fellow soldiers and bring dishonor to the Knights, how could I wield my sword again? Granted, I might not last more than a few moves. You guys go get the General, quickly! I'll try and hold him off until he gets here.
Sushang, my bestie. Why is she so stubborn? Still, that was pretty freaking cool.
A Spiritfarer told me that the General is still in Victral Garden. Let's hurry! I think the only one that can break Yanqing's illusion is Jing Yuan himself.
Is something the matter? You seem out of breath. A heliobus that creates illusions for the sole purpose of instructing someone in swordplay. I wouldn't mind learning a few tricks from them myself. Unfortunately, it sounds like this one is a little too aggressive to be a decent sparring partner. This is not an adversary that someone as young as Yanqing is equipped to deal with.
General, we need to move fast. If we wait any longer, I'm afraid that Sushang might be...
I can understand your sense of urgency. But before I leave, I have a question for Cirrus, who has been listening this whole time. I trust you are familiar with Pyra.
Naturally. Among the Heliobi, Pyra manifests the courage and warring spirit of Ignomar. They are the most aggressive of all the fragments. But who is this swordmaster? Who is Yanqing?
My apprentice.
No wonder I smell a hint of sadness in you. In order to rescue his incompetent apprentice, the master must fight on the battlefield himself. I must say, I'm very envious of Pyra.
You know the flavor of sadness, but not its meaning. An apprentice obsessed with victory and defeat has lost his mind to a heliobus, and is now trying to shortcut his way to mastery of the sword. This is my failure to him as a master, and the source of grief you see in me now.
Then you should hurry. Pyra has an insatiable bloodlust. Once they've enslaved your mind, they can make you turn against your friends, your kin, even your own master. Go! I don't wish to delay your death match with your apprentice.
Sushang is awaiting our timely arrival at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go.
Lieutenant of the Seat of Divine Foresight. Is that the best you can do? And I was thinking I'd be done for the moment you drew your sword. I didn't think I would last this long. I'm not half as bad as I thought.
Young one, you're hesitating again. You're always hesitating. Your opponent is no match for you. Yet they have managed to fend you off for this long. As a swordsman, have you not any pride? Do you want to repeat the disaster you suffered at Dragon Prayer Terrace? It's time to finish it. Only blood can cleanse the shame of the sword.
He won't do it.
General.
Young one, your old teacher has arrived. Under his tutelage, you never experienced true failure. But after suffering your first major setback, your confidence in your swordsmanship has been faltering. You worry that the General is disappointed in you. You worry that you don't have what it takes to be the person the General wants you to be. Now, show him what I have taught you. He'll be very proud of your progress. Tell him that with your sword, you will bring victory to the Xianzhou.
With my sword.
Yanqing would never draw his sword on me to prove himself. I have confidence in him. This confidence is not a belief that he will win every contest. It is a belief that he will one day break free from the paradigm of victory and defeat, and realize his true reason for wielding the sword. The pleasure of swordsmanship, the saving of life, and the dispatchment of enemies. This truth must be discovered by himself. No one can teach it to him. Now is the time for him to take that step.
General,
Break free from victory and defeat? Those are just empty words to comfort the dead and the defeated. Think of your crushing defeat at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Think of how you felt then, teetering on the brink of death. If the sword of that Stellaron hunter had pierced your flesh, you wouldn't be standing here pondering the meaning of victory and defeat. Now is the time to break all your chains. Draw your sword on your master, to the General who is trying to imprison you. Draw your sword.
General, allow me to demonstrate my swordsmanship. I hereby challenge you. Apyra, I challenge these swords to battle!
Young fool. How disappointing. Your accomplishments would have been limitless. But you were led astray by empty idealism. None of that matters anymore. While teaching you, I studied your every move inside out. And now you wish to throw down the gauntlet. Very well. In your own image, and with your own techniques, I will teach you one final lesson. Your swordplay, every stroke and sway, I've committed it all to memory. Now, allow me to demonstrate. With merciless intent, how powerful I am.
No, Yanqing. Conceal your form and hide your intentions. Don't fall for their distractions.
Understood.
Here is thunder!
Talk. My dream is not over. Need a hand.
Show no mercy.
Time for a buzz. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Conflict is pitiless. Here is thunder.
You're all in on it. What's in your prescription? Better late than never.
Follow my conflict is pitiless.
Can I have time for a fun? Welcome. Yeah. Fight is fun.
Show no mercy.
I failed.
One hit, one stroke of luck, one victory.
Impressive. I am bested.
Ew, it's about time we got this guy into the gourd.
General.
I know what you wish to say, Yanqing. We can move past the melodrama.
Then, to the rest of you, thank you for bringing me out of that daze. Especially you, Miss Sushang.
Why does everyone that gets heliobust love to apologize for it? You're the victim here. They're the ones stirring up chaos. It should be me thanking you for holding back during our battle. Or maybe, just maybe, it's due to a sudden skill improvement? Don't you think? Haha, right. Conscious Sushang is pretty badass. We're gonna need to get you a front-page news story for this one. Heck, let's get some billboards! So, you've made it your daily mission to tease me, huh?
With respect to this incident, what is your plan for posting on the Luofu's Ghostly Grove? Since it concerns the seat of divine foresight, I am hoping you could.
Well, about that. Let me discuss it with her first. Is everyone okay with this?
Thanks for covering for me. I'm so embarrassed.
All's well that ends well. We should hurry back and lock up Hyra in the evil binding matrix. They're a dangerous one. I'm afraid they might escape.
Well then, Yanqing and I will take our leave now.
All right, let's get out of here.
Miss Sushang.
Actually, I'm well aware of my own limits. If it weren't for Yanqing resisting that heliobus, maybe I wouldn't have been able to hold on until you brought reinforcements.
Come to think of it, we only needed one person to fetch reinforcements. Why didn't we get her to stay behind with you? And why didn't you ask?
It's kinda embarrassing, but I was caught up in the moment. I guess I never thought it through.
Ugh. Sometimes I wonder whether your head's screwed on right. We need to take you to the Alchemy Commission for a checkup.
Maybe, but my actions kept everyone safe, and that's what matters. Miss Huahua needed someone to look out for her, and little Gui is just a civilian. You shouldn't be putting yourself in risky situations. As for her, she's a distinguished guest of the Seat of Divine Foresight. If anything were to happen to her, it could turn into a diplomatic crisis. After weighing things up in my head, it made the most sense for only me to stay put.
If I still had my tail, I wouldn't be slowing everyone down.
Sorry, Huahua. I didn't think it through. You were never a burden.
It's not your fault, Miss Sushang. It's just... I've been wondering... how can someone average like me keep up with the affairs of the 10 Lords Commission without my tail? Forget it. We should get some rest. There could be even bigger dangers waiting for us tomorrow.